In conversation with Canadian recording artist and Pembroke native Jason Blaine, who now lives in Hendersonville, Tennessee, just outside Nashville. This has been a difficult week, Jason. You've had a wonderful hometown charity, a concert and golf tournament for the past several years, and you had to make the tough decision, one that was necessary to cancel the event. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Sure, sure. Well, thanks for having me on the program, Jamie. It's good to see you. Yeah, man, absolutely. This is just been a drag. Like, what can you say? You know, all of these fantastic events from all of the sports to the Junos to concerts to award shows, and now our event. It's just a huge drag. You know, so much. You know, I don't have to tell you. You know, you've been a part of it since day one. How much work goes into these things, months and months of planning, everybody involved. So it's just a bummer. It's a big bummer, you know. But it is what it is in this situation. Everybody's got to kind of follow the rules of and the mandates from the local governments to the provincial to the federal governments to not gather in groups. So you know it's kind of out of our hands on a lot of levels.
You know, when the committee was talking about this just before the pandemic really took hold in North America, I don't think you or anyone around the table that day expected we would get to the point that we're at now.
I really didn't. I mean, when it was brought up in our meeting, I guess this would have been at the very top of March. You know, if there's something we need to look at, and we talked about, well, you know, at our next meeting in a couple of weeks. And boy, what a difference just 2 weeks meant. You know, you went from not even really considering that things in June would be in question to 2 weeks make all the difference. You're talking, you know, a border. You know, the North American Canadian U.S. border. I mean, that's got to be historical. That's got to be unprecedented. I'm not sure that there's ever been a time in history that border has been closed. I can't. I don't think it's ever been closed. Maybe you can tell me, but that's, you know, things like that. I mean, we're talking, that's unprecedented, and that was just in a matter of 2 weeks difference. So, yeah, you know, but the silver lining in all this is we've had already since the announcement today about the cancellation. You know, we've had sponsors reach out. We've had so many people post on the social media in response to the announcement and said, hey, you know, it was, you know, obviously the right decision. You know, we're pulling for you guys and we'll see you in 2021. That means the world to us, you know.
You know, it's been a great event. It's raised more than $500,000, all money that goes right back into Renfrew County, you know, the area that you grew up in. Last year was a record, $125,000 in 1 year. So you've been on this trajectory where there's been so much momentum. You know, again, that has to be a tough pill to swallow because you had another great lineup set up for this year.
Yeah, once again, it would have been Aaron Pritchett's third time to come back. Like you know, people just love him in the Valley, and he's always such a blast and such a fun guy and a good buddy. He's been a friend to our event, and so he was stoked to come back with his latest hit songs. And this year we would have had the two-time reigning female artist of the year, Canadian artist of the year, Jessica Moskalew, who's been setting records only achieved since Shania Twain in terms of platinum album sales and everything else, and that's not to mention she's just a really cool chick too, and loves to get on the golf course and have some fun. Everybody would have loved her, but she commented on my Instagram page today and said, "Hey, you know, we'll see you in 2021." You know, so that's encouraging. You know, and we would have also had our friends the Rivertown Saints back again, and you know, I would have been coming back home with some new music, and including a song from my new upcoming EP called "Home for the Summer" that I love so much. Nobody's heard it yet. It's on the new EP, but it was a song that I was very much looking forward to debuting in June.